Again with another episode of the English version of Russian Fishing 4. We are still here at Mosquito Lake. As we saw last stream, I was able to finally complete my bottom fishing rod. So we've got that together, and I set the goal at the end of the stream to get rid of the Soviet bamboo stick and go with the new stalling stick for the float rod. So that's basically what we're going to be doing here. So we're going to go to, let's see, it is morning. I'm a little bit hungry. So eat that. Eat another one. And we're going to run down to my favorite place to go in the morning. We all know what that is. That will be the Elks watering place. And then when the perch rush dies off in the morning, we're going to make another run over to the other side of the lake in the just short of the higher mosquito abode. But once again, just to make it easier, not that you can't see it, I just like saying it because I'm a pyro. I love lighting that fire. We'll head straight across the other side. You can see that tree that's sticking out way out there in the distance. With the lily pads, that will be our other spot, as always. So for now, the bamboo rod is coming out. Let's set our leaders, as always, here at 45 centimeters. Hit rod number 1 in the ground, and hey, check that out, I'm awesome. I put a steel shank through a rock. Out comes the telestick. Run that up to a 45 centimeter leader. Get that sucker out there, set him down, and what we worked so hard to get that feeder rod out. There it is. Feeder rod's going out. Lock the bell on it, set it down, tighten the string, go over to the telestick, and let the fishing begin. Almost pulled my awesome move again. Oh, we got a little slack, and we got our feeder going nuts, so we're going to pick that up. Reel in our feeder here. We would have the friction brake set too. We'll ramp that up to 20. Right now we're not going to be catching super huge fish. So we'll pull this little guy in the shore here. 377 gram perch. Reset our gear there. Close the bell. Tighten the line. Go back to the telestick, which still bouncing, so that's a good sign. We still have a fish interested. If I see it go fully under, we will try and pull it out. Oh, he's taking it, but there we go. We're going to try. We got him. That looks like a gibble. That is 720 gram. Kind of curious as to what is on our let's try worms on the little Soviet rod. Now I did also, I believe, I don't think I have, it might have been on my other profile. I did beef up the lines on all of the poles, but that might have been on my main profile. Nothing special about it. I'm actually catching my other profile. I'm only a level 12 on that one, and we're already at level 9 here. Working our way towards 10. So it's not really that much of a difference between that one and this one. It's just the other one, I've got some gear that, oh, feeder's going crazy again. I've got some gear that was gifted to me from a couple friends, so I want to do this one the old school way. If I need it, I buy it. Get that set out there. Taut lines. I honestly think that the Soviet rod should go first. And it did. And we will bring in another gibble carp. Get that back out. Switch over to the telestick, which I think we pulled one in, but nope, pulled that one out too soon. Reset. I heard the feeder just ding. It could have been because of the wind, but don't know. No, there's something on that because it is moving the line around. Yep. Come on, buddy. You're not big, but I knew there was something there. Give me a tiny, tiny little gibble there. Basically, we're just trying to get now our bottom fishing up. Seeing how our float is up there pretty good. Snug the line up. I'm kind of surprised with all the baits that I have that we're not bringing in a ton of perch. Then again, I did not see bloodworms. Oh, we're going to have action on the feeder again. I didn't wait for that one. I saw that line running and went with it. That's a nice perch. Oh boy. Hurry up. Switch to our Soviet rod. Drag this guy in. Another gibble carp. There's our bloodworms. This will start catching some perch. So we're going to set that rod down, and I need to look over in this general direction to reel in the slack. Grab the telestick yet again. Hopefully bring in a fish with it. Oh, there we go again, feeder. He had it, but then he let go of it. Meanwhile, we've got a fish taking my other line out to eternity and back. We'll take the time to actually set this one and snug it. Re-grab the tail stick. Hopefully the fish is still interested, which he is. Try and snag him this time. Gotcha, buddy. Gotcha. Come on. There you go. Another 700 grammer. Doing actually a decent job there. We have nothing going on there. Feeder rod is quiet, finally. Soviet rod is also quiet. Oh, and of course, it just takes me saying that. Oh, we got a line going down. And we'll bring him out. Little common roach. Plop that one out by the sticks. And we've got our Soviet. Ah! It was out too far. There we go. That right there is the sole reason why I want the Starling stick. I won't have to deal with the line snap back anymore when it gets pulled out too far. The wind is starting to pick up though. We're at a 2.8 meter per second wind out of the north. So the wind is blowing to our backs, which is not a good thing, because that means it's pushing all of our, like the algae and all that stuff to the other side of the lake. I mean, it's not going to kill our fishing, but it is going to kind of slow it down, seeing how we do have the wind to our back. You kind of want it right in front of you, that way the algae, the bait fish, they're all chasing each other, and facing into the wind is definitely the way you want to be right now, and it is dead to our back right now. We'll wait a little bit longer. That's a pretty good sized fight for a perch. 403 grams. And of course it's going to say bait is... Our feeder is going crazy, so let's take care of that. Probably be another gibble or a perch. That looks like a... I'm going to say perch. I'll probably be wrong. Nope, that's perch. I'm almost tempted with the way that wind keeps whipping up that we might be making an early run over to our other fishing spot. I'd rather have the wind blowing in on me. Yeah, you know what? We're going to make the safe bet, and we will go and switch our spots. Most days, this is the best place in the morning to fish, in my opinion. But with the wind blowing 3.4 meters per second now, it's continuing to increase. We're going to make our run to the other side of the lake and get set up down here as we get to the higher mosquito abode. This is supposed to be a good spot too as well, but that'll pull my line sideways with the wind that we have. Here is our spot now where we're going to be casting into the wind. Set rod number 1 down. Now you can see that it's blowing straight behind us. There's rod number 2 down. Get our feeder set up out. We're not going to get some super casts when you're casting into the wind, but at least now we've got a good... We're on the good side of the lake, seeing how the wind is blowing directly at us. That means everything that we want is blowing in our general direction. The fish should be all running to this side of the lake due to the wind pushing everything. So we got maggots and bloodworms going. I might actually switch out to either bread or maybe garlic or something for the feeder rod. And once we can replace the Soviet rod with the Starling stick, of course I always have the worst habit of doing that. Should have let him just keep going with it. Now I have no idea, and this is going to be completely random, but ever since I woke up this morning, it must have been something in my dream. I've got Elton John's, I guess that's why they call it the blues, stuck in my head. Get back here, buddy. Oh, you're coming over here. Come on. Little 133 gram crucian carp. So let's see, I know we need a good chunk of change. We're at 20.92 silver. We need a bit more to be able to get that Starling stick, and then we're also going to have to get line for it. And I think we might need to change hook sizes too, switch down maybe to the S12s. Alright, now we'll enjoy the sound of the frogs. See what this fish is going to do with it here. It looks like we got to run away on the Soviet again. How the hell did I manage to do that one? Back to the silver telestick. And I'm just all kinds of messing things up today. But we are direct casting into the wind. I might have should have gone to that other spot on the other side. Even though everything should technically be being blown almost directly into where I'm at. If I was just a couple spots over, I'd be facing dead into the wind. We'll see if we can get a decent amount of fish here. If not, we'll probably relocate back up over to the west a little bit. I do know these coordinates are another one of my favorites on this particular lake to fish. I think that wind is actually working against me today. But then again, normally this place doesn't pick up till afternoon anyway. Late afternoon into the evening. We'll give it a shot. See, the telestick has got a fish pulling that out. Got to be patient though. Like that when he runs with it. That'll be a crucian. There we go. That was a good cast, finally. That one is just way too close to shore, so we're going to have to cast out a little further than we normally do to get these where we want them. The wind is driving them back towards the shore. Feeder's going. Was going. No, it's still going. We got a fish on. See what we bring in here. Looks like it's a crucian. No, we got a perch actually. Nice. Set our feeder down, snug it up. Back to the telestick. Do my little rod trancing, which instantly worked. Appears we've got something on that Soviet line. And every time. I always manage to screw that up. I saw the line on the feeder bump. It's probably wind related. took a chance with that, and as always, we fail. I'm really not liking the wind today. The wind is not my friend. Good news is, though, is already back pulling my line out. I'll have to wait though till he goes down again. I'll drop that bobber. We need more fish. Come on. Drop it. Saw the Soviet go under once. Now he's gonna move it out. It's a decent sized fish with it too. I don't know if I dare grab that Soviet rod because he is running with it. Oh, it didn't pull anything. Alright, we're gonna try. Nah. And we fail. Heard the bell. We're still at a 3.4 meter wind, which isn't helping much. Snugged it up. Oh, look at that, we do have fish on it. Probably another perch, maybe? Oh boy, we got something on that other rod too. Telestick is gone. Was going. That's still going. And watch, I'll screw it up. Nope, we got him. Get this crucian in here. You can see how the bobbers are getting pushed around by the wind. That Soviet bobber was over there by the lily pads. Now it's floating all the way over towards my feeder rod. It's a pretty windy day here at Mosquito. And the telestick is getting action. Do my little fish enticement. Wave of the wand with my telestick here. See if that does anything to the Soviet rod. Really? Oh, that screwed that up. I meant to drop it and I didn't. We do have a fish on the feeder. Seems to be the feeder's where it's at. Oh boy. Nice little perch. Our bottom fishing is up to 3.4% now. Snug on the line. Hopefully this doesn't kerplunk that too hard. Which it didn't. Not bad. Yeah, this wind is definitely not our friend. Alright, we got something bumping the feeder. I don't like where that was at. That needs to go back. If I'm gonna let it soak through the wind, it needs to start over there. And we'll take our second rod. We'll start it over here. That way, well, not if, but when the wind blows it, it's got a further distance to travel, so I don't have both of my bobbers under my feeder. I'm watching the line. It's moving a little bit, but nothing that would indicate, hey, we got something massive on it. So we were able to yank that fish out of the water. 273 gram chub. Cast back out. Keep an eye on that feeder there. Haven't heard the bells. I think now we're actually starting to get to the time of day where this fishing spot picks up. It's a shame we weren't able to fish over there at the Elks watering place because of the wind, but stuff happens. Can't predict the weather. There's another crucian carp, which is pretty much what I'm aiming for here. Oh, did we just get slack in that? No, that line's over there for a reason. As well as we had our Soviet rod. See what happens with the Soviet rod, because if I can grab a fish off of that, it'd be nice. Pretty sure we still have that fish on the feeder. We do. Don't want to leave him on there too long. I'll probably time out and spit the hook. At the same time, I know that if I set down the Soviet rod, it's going to go under and I'm going to be screwed. Although, you know what? I'm all for dangerous ideas. Could have swore I had a fish on it. Oh, I did have a fish on there, but apparently he decided he didn't want to stay on. Or I waited too long to grab him. Record cast. Grab the Soviet again and watch the line pop back. Which more than likely scared the crap out of that fish. Jump over here and then set that one down. Go to our telestick. Now I know I went out pretty far to the right when I cast that line. We had our hunger up there, and now we're gonna attempt to make some more bread balls here with our threaded loaf. Probably a 1 in 3 chance of failing. And that was our fail. Which it happens. Which is why I keep buying this threaded loaf. So I've got to get my bait building skills up somehow. Well, I threw that other one right out in the lily pads. Now we have the wind blowing from the northwest, so once again it's not cooperating with us. It's blowing kind of directly at us, but now it's not so much a bad thing because the wind is kind of helping us. I know the wind is affecting those bells on the feeder. Oh, nope, get back here. High speed. That looks like a tench. Nice. That's a tench. Switch over to the old telestick, which has managed to make its way out to the other side of the lily pad. So either a fish took that, which would be my logical guess, or it is starting to rip with the wind. The wind is starting to die down though. I'm almost wondering if I've got something small on the feeder. I wouldn't imagine so, but at least the wind has dropped a full meter per second and it's still going down. Hopefully we can get a nice calm night and I can get a bunch of fish. So we can get rid of that Soviet rod and have two awesome casting rods. Or fixed rods, but my float fishing gear. And we still have to make our way up to 7,500 XP for level 10. Let's bring our retrieval speed up just to bring it back in faster. Cast that out. Snug the line. Grab the telestick again because we are back in the weeds with it. Let him play with it a little bit. Now hope that bobber goes underwater. So now we've gone from windy to slack. No wind anymore. Well, apparently fish got away. Now I can cast regularly out here and not have to worry about things. Since we don't have a fish on that, let's check the bait. Let's go with bread balls. And we're gonna try this. Yeah! 21.5 meter cast. Went to the moon with that one. Let's try over here. Yeah, I was gonna say that. There we go. Now we've split our feeder rod with two float rods. Not sure if we're gonna get anything with the feeder as far out as it is. I mean, that was a pretty good cast for having minimal bottom fishing skills. That's what level 9 will be for. Or level 10. Oh, feeder is actually got something here. Retrieval still maxed out. Alright, there you go. Reel handle rotation speed is selected automatically. May not be Moby Dick, but we got a fish. And it will be a common roach. Imagine that. Close that before I set it down. Lines are snug. Soviet rod is going a little bit. Oh boy! Oh, that almost scared me for a second. That's a... Is that tench? Yes, it is. 285 XP. 744 gram tench. Nice fish. Like that one. That helped a little bit. No, it's weird because I caught him right there up by the shore. Bobber's going nuts again. Did hear the feeder. We do have something on the feeder. And of course we're going to have something run with our line on the Soviet, but it's nothing major, and we don't have a very large fish on this feeder rod, but fish are fish. Money is money. And let's get this crucian in. Close the bell. Set it down. Snug the line. And watch our bobber there. See if it goes down again. Come on. Do your little bobber dance and then take it underwater for me. Whoa. Like that. That'll be a 362 gram crucian. I know it said fish got away on that one, so we'll just bring that in. Reset it back out there. And I actually had a double fish got away, but that could have been from the last time. And we've got a racetrack fish going on here. $103 gram perch. Float fishing went up again. Make sure that line stays snugged, which it has an awful lot of slack in it. That's an awful lot of slack. considering I just tightened it twice. You jerkfish. Come on, tailstick, don't let me down. It might be coming up on time to switch the bait out on the feeder again. Oh, that feeder's bent over. Let's see what we got here. It's getting the fish to break the surface, which is the pain. Once you get them up on surface, they kind of just water ski in. That'll be a decent size crucian carp. Our bottom fishing is now up to 4. Our line is snugged back up. We got something biting on both the Soviet and the tailstick. I don't know if he's going to run away with that or if he's just moving over where he wants it. He didn't take it under. Quit playing with your food, fish. Not trying to hurt you, just trying to hook you. Of course, he's going to raise the bobber up now and carry it with him a little bit. There's got to be something on that feeder because every time I snug it, it keeps going low. I haven't seen the dreaded fish got away yet. It's rude to play with the food. You're supposed to just eat it. So now once again we get that wind kicking up again. We have a northwest wind, so it's blowing from our left. A little bit out of our southwest. Are you guys ever gonna take these? We're just gonna sit here and I'm gonna keep watching you guys bounce my bobbers. Feeder rod calls. Dang it. Oh, that shit happens. Just trying to move it close enough but couldn't get there. .2 now on that. 534 gram crucian. Our bottom fishing is all set up. Let's see if I grab this if it doesn't pop back. Which it did. So a northwest wind blowing at us. We might want to try pulling up and going to that other spot, which the wind would be directly to our back. Which would be over there by the log. So we'll uproot again. Feeder's going crazy. Bring in that feeder rod, see what we get. So we're only at, this will be the 29th fish of the day. Which normally by about this time I'd have a lot more. So an 868 gram crucian carp. We're gonna reset though, however. Pull you up out of the water, put our rod away. Run out here onto the path. Travel over to the higher mosquito abode. And we're gonna try fishing out of here because now we are pretty much northwest, so the wind should be blowing a little bit more in our favor. Set that one out. Set that out in the pads there. Of course I can't set it down. Come on. Find the magic spot where I can set it down. Thank you. And get our feeder rod out. Give it a good rip out there into the water. Close the bell, set it down, snug the line. Zoom in and see if we get anything over here. I haven't fished this area in a long time, so it could be good, could be bad. Let's see if we get any action over here. If all else fails, we head to the dock. The wind seems to be dying down. Not near as bad as it was. It was at 2 point something. It's down to 1.2 meters now. Still out of the northwest, but it is dying. Down to 1 meter now. Not so sure that this is going to, oh, wait. What do we got going on here? Let's check the telestick. He's just one under. Pop back up. Our Soviet's getting a little bit of a bounce to it. It's underwater right now. We do have a fish on that. So we're going to bring in a 247 gram Chinese sleeper. The bobber bounce on that again. Not exactly, but we'll switch over to it and see. And it's gone now, but let's try getting this one out right about there. That way we can still watch our feeder. Instead, you see the Soviet is doing its little dance, but even with the line jerk there, it didn't affect it. A little slow, but it is late night fishing here. We'll grab this little crucian carp. Oh, here's a bonus luckfish. Nice. Throw that sucker right in there. And keep fish on. Now we might need to alter our bait strategy here too as well. I didn't hear my phone go off. Clear the activity on that. I'm kind of stagnant over here. A couple fish, but nothing to write home about. That wind is starting to pick up again, now to the northwest. Back up to 2 meter, and it's probably going to keep increasing. I don't think any of us checked on the feeder in a while. And that bupkis on that. And put that one away. Think we've got a not so hot spot right now. We'll uproot this hole, get our other one up, and we'll head back over towards the Elks watering place. Which it's almost about that time anyways. The sun will be coming up in a couple hours. Need to get up on the high ground to go over the bridge. Like so. Make our way back over to the campground. And just for out of curiosity, I'm going to try fishing right out of here. Let's see which way the wind's blowing. Off to the side. So that's going to have some bobber push to it. Either way, we'll close the bell. Get it all lined up. I know for a fact that that Soviet rod is not going to do anything right where it's at. It is way too close to shore. I don't think any of our rods are going to have any luck right here. Maybe we wouldn't count it out. I see that feeder. Nah, it's just the wind blowing it. way too windy. The wind is just picking up even more. Be hard pressed to see if I even had a bite unless that thing bent the rod over. But we can see that our Soviet rod literally just got run aground. Let's try... Where is my log at? And it is dark. That's too close to... No. Unsure. Move those, and we're going to be in the process of moving these. Move our telestick down to right about here. Last but not least, get our bottom feeder here. Reel it in. The wind is really playing games right now because it goes from being windy to not so much. Sometimes you gotta back up enough. Let's see, what are we gonna get? Probably nothing right now. It's still too dark. Oh, no. Soviet rod just had a little bit of action. I probably just scared that fish to death. What do we have for bait on that thing? Stop spinning. Oh, yeah, bloodworms. Let's try maybe garlic dough. Oh. Pretty sure that feeder rod's going on. Let's try it. Nothing on it. Do a quick reset. Close the bell. Snug it up. See which rod is where. I'm gonna go with a telestick. Where are you going, buddy? Come back. Don't run away. I'm tired of you running. Let's go. Looks like a nice gibble. Do you need help? Would it help if I did that to you? Yes, it would. 1.207 kg off of a maggot. What we're going to try and do is we're going to try and get closer to our spinner. bottom fishing rig. And we're going to bring our other rod right over to about there. Back up. Now that we don't need the flashlight anymore because morning is upon us here. No, fish potentially on. Oh, oh, oh. Little fish. Little fish, get in here. Get that bottom fishing up. That one's way out there. Did my bobber for the, bobber for my telestick, there he is. $311 common roach. So we'll sit here and observe things, see what happens. We're about 3/4 the way to level 10, which I will be investing another point in bottom fishing. Might take a while for something to hit on the bottom feeder, seeing how it is out there. Get just, oh, holy crap. That has to be a perch. Surprisingly, no, a chub. Switch over to our Soviet rod. He still has that. He's not giving it up, which is a good thing for me. Alright, he's under with it. That's good enough for me to pull him out. Common roach. Eat a loaf of bread. Bait is not chosen. Yes, it is. So now we're going to go with the crumb again. Materials bread, yes. Okay, prepare. Hopefully we don't botch this one. Success! We have made 30 more bread balls. So we probably have a ton of those now. I know we were over 100 before. We are at... that's garlic, I can't tell. Oh, Joe just set a water body record for a silver bream at 607 grams. And see already the list of things to buy. New keyboard, definitely. That's some action on the feeder rod. Probably nothing big, but be interesting to see what we pull from way out there. He's coming in pretty easy though, so I don't think it's anything to write home about. Little white bream. Let's set down. Line snug, go back to the telestick because we were watching that one. And then the feeder went off, so gotta do what we gotta do here. So now it's looking a little bit better. We're up to 37 fish. We still have 84 maggots. That's probably going to be a perch on the Soviet rod. But it is enough to make me switch over. The way he's striking that, that has to be a perch. No, it's not, surprisingly. It's a just over a kilogram common roach. So our other rod is way out there. We do have a fish on that one. We're going to pull him up to the surface. Luckily he stayed on my line. Now it'll be a little gibble carp. That was interesting that he hit that hard. He was bouncing it almost like a perch would. We're closing in on level 10 here now. Granted, we still have a long way to go. And as usual, pick up one rod, other one starts going nuts. I'm not going to play around with this guy though, he's coming in. So our float is up to 26.6. And that might have deterred that fish. So we'll do a reset on that pole, reset on this pole, and play the waiting game. Didn't have to wait long for that. Still kind of shallow underwater. But we got him. Go over here to the telestick. See if he'll drop under before the Soviet starts going off again. No, don't move it. Move it under. Yep, you were starting to run with that. You're coming with me, buddy. Just under a 600 gram gibble. Go back over to the Soviet. It bounced, but he don't care. He's taking it. Yep, you're coming in. Common roach. So we have 130 bread balls. The bait is chosen. Zoom back in again. So Eric's just set the silver bream record now at 662 gram. Didn't have to wait long on this one. He's hitting that one pretty hard. Okay, you can move it once. I see that thing get remotely close to going under like the one on my telestick just did. Alright, telestick to the rescue. We're gonna try pulling him up. Oh. Man, that Soviet rod. That fish is committed, man. Gotcha, buddy. Uh-oh. No, we don't want to stress it. Negative, negative. Walk, 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 walk. Ah, you bastard. You broke the line. Do I have anything to fix it? I do have a float. Now it's on 7-pound line. He busted it. Go with an S12 hook. I think we'll go back to fishing with something a little bit smaller. That way we don't run the risk of breaking shit. This is where I would really have needed that Starling stick. That would not have happened. That's about the 7th or 8th time I've had something destroy the Soviet rod. Rather the line on it. Okay. Okay, you can't do that. Thank you. The balance of getting it on the shore. Okay, so he's got that top water. Brought it back under. Now that one should be edited. It shouldn't say the line is torn. It should say the line got ripped the hell off and sent to Chernobyl. Pull this guy in here. Not bad. Another gibble though. Go over to the old Soviet and hope that I don't get a river monster on my line again. That was an over-under. Well, I haven't checked the feeder in a while. Let's see why there's nothing on that. Probably bait selection. Let's put some worms on it and cast it out to about there. Close the bell. Bring in the slack. Get back to the telestick. And of course that's going to cue the Soviet rod to start bouncing as well. We're going to get you this time, dinky little fish. Try bloodworms on you. The Soviet rod. You did a little drop and swoop there. He's got it again. Uh-oh. Soviet rod, or telestick, let's go. That's gonna be a perch. Feeder's going off. Reel in the feeder, see what we get. Another little tiny fish. Probably, I'm gonna guess perch. And I am correct. Close the bell. Reel the slack. Go back to the tail stick again. And see there. So that's definitely a perch. Aggressive little fighters. Or the Soviet rod. Now we're getting some action over here. This is what the spot usually is like. The last time we had winds. Bring in another common roach. Gear is reset. So we're up to 49 fish. I would like to see 75 again like I had last time. That was a good haul. Back over to the tail stick. My bobber is somewhere. He's moving with it. We're taking him. Another perch. And I think I want to go over to the Soviet, definitely. He's running. We got fugitive fish. What is that? A little bleak. A 59 gram bleak. Switch back over to the telestick because he's way out there. Oh, we got a runner here. Give me another perch. 670 grams. That's a nice one. For fixed line fishing. Oh, feeder rod's going off. Let's see what we got here. Maybe another perch, maybe? No, I don't think. Nope, common roach. So our bottom fishing is up. Again. And right now, oh, back to the telestick again. This is what I like. This is the fishing I love. Non-stop action. Bring in another perch. And the bait's not on the hook. It's right there. Now that is a common bug. The bait coming off. Oh, Chris reached level 5. And here we go again. Stupid. That was all on me. All my fault. Oh, feeder rod, let's go. Let's bring in another one of those little fishes. That I believe is a perch. 99 gram. Weight wise I really don't care. Leveling up my bottom fishing is what I do care. Soviet rod's moving. Oh, good lord, feeder's going off. I just put that in the water. This is giving me a little bit more of a fight. What do we got here? Oh, where are you going, buddy? Oh, you're coming ashore, big boy. Bottom fishing up again. know this is going to bounce it back probably. But fish does not care. He is still committed to this. He's moving the line and I rip it out of his mouth. Because I'm a jerk like that. Bring that food all the way up. Now normally I would be hitting the feed kitchen every day, but once again I'm trying to make my bait making skills. And those threaded loaves are only 92 cents a piece, so it's not really that big of a deal. Okay, which one, where are we going first? Oh, they're both underwater. Holy crap. We're going to take this one because he's good to go. My feeder is also going off, so I gotta quickly reset that in the water. Grab the feeder. Pull it in, and now our Soviet rod has got a fish way up on it. Which we did jerk the hook out of the other fish's mouth, but I thought I was going to snap the line there on my bottom feeder rod, so I didn't mind lifting it up out of the water to get him off of it. We're sitting at just under 60 fish. We're at 58. I also want to hit level 10. We're at 7.38k out of 7.5. And there goes the feeder again. Not a massive fish, but it's still a fish. 351 gram perch. And what did I have on there? I think I had cottage cheese dough. Reset that. Go to the Soviet rod because I saw him dancing around a little bit. Now watch, that feeder rod's gonna go meow. $59 fish, and literally we only need about 800 XP. Don't get me wrong, I like this bamboo rod, but I will be so glad to see it replaced with the Starling stick. Oh, no more games with you, buddy. $7.47, we are almost there. Oh, feeder's going off. Maybe this will be the fish that pushes. Oh my god, verbal diarrhea. Maybe this will be the fish that pushes us over to level 10. Da 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 da, level 10. going nuts right now. Back over to the Soviet now. Alright, while that's going, we're going to go to our skills, bottom fishing, spinning distance and accuracy with a reel 10, casting distance and technique of fishing with a simple bottom rig. I'm going to put an extra point in this. So there's our point. Can't see. Oh, my other bobber's over here now. And that fish has probably said bye-bye. Seeing how it was way off to the left. So now we have 74 XP out of 11,000 to level 11. And 62 fish. And take the chance. Oh, we hooked him. Common roach. There's no way there's anything on that. Get that sucker out there. We're gonna go down to 2-rod fishing here for a second. Our feeder may not be doing the trick right now. Of course, looking at the time of day, I don't blame it. Go ahead and we'll pull in our feeder gear here. I'll go ahead and pull in our other rod. We're gonna make our way back to the dock. We're not gonna get rid of our fish just yet. We're gonna keep them a little bit longer as we go down the drunken path. Oh God, shouldn't have had all that vodka in that before. Wow, that made me dizzy doing that. We're gonna drop down in right here next to where the boat. Well, hey, whoa, the boat is facing a weird angle. Usually it's faced nose in. That actually helps me. That actually helps me a lot. So I guess we'll go with... Oh wow, I was actually able to set those two down like that. Cool. I knew that was finally going to happen eventually. But we got it down. Come over to our Soviet rod, which is going to bounce all the way back to shore. Swap out to the telestick because I don't know where the bobber went on that. Bobber. Oh, he's taking the line, that's why. Get over here, silly. 154 gram Chinese sleeper. Now we're gonna sit and we're gonna watch. 17, that means it's 506 right now. I did see a little nibble there. Oh, come on. Another Chinese sleeper. Holy crap. 35.315 kg catfish. Nice fish. That's a beautiful sized catfish. Of course, I know Medic has caught bigger ones. Our feeder going off. Let's pull him in and see what's up. Little dinky fish here. I don't think, honestly, having the feeder out here, other than just bringing out my bottom fishing, is going to do much. Snug that line. Where is my bobber? Get it reset over here. Switch over to the Soviet line, which please don't bounce for the love of God, thank you. And he's just doing the drop and swoop there. Oh, that other one went under. So did this one now. We're going to pull out a gibble carp. Reset that line and see if we have anything. Nope. He ran that into the weeds. Right into the weeds. I'm actually surprised that my bottom feeder went off over here. Oop. Switch to the Soviet. And we had a little bit of a bobber jump there. Oh my God. My phone is going nuts. There was no doubt he was taking that one. Float is up to 27.1. Alright, now that all that... Nope, can't go yet. We got lines. Oh boy. Grab this guy here. Don't really ever want to leave your lines in the water. I'll leave the bottom feeder one in there when... Probably scared the crap out of that fish. That deserves a reset though. Definitely deserves a reset. So what do we have left? We've got... I'm gonna eat that just because. And then we're gonna go over here. Got our loaf of bread. We're gonna try and make it, please. No fail. Yeah, more bread balls. It's the simplest dough out there, but it does catch fish. Might have lost interest there. Let's see what's on there. Maggots. Let's go to bloodworms. Bloodworms seem to do the trick over here in this particular spot. I've always had good luck with them. Yeah, what is the temperature today? Doesn't feel that warm. 50. Oh no, it's 64 out. That's pretty warm. $64. Alright, we're gonna commit the cardinal sin of fishing. Oh, no we're not. Now we are seeing how it's just a bottom feeder in there. I'm gonna run back up here to the village here and talk to a man about a horse. So as usual, that means we're gonna see Mr. Bill Dance falling into the water over and over again. Alright, I dried my clothes off. Bye, Bill Dance. See you in a little bit. So chances are our bottom feeder has not gone off at all. And since we're conveniently, check this out. Shift $46 or $46.85 silver. Perfect. That's gonna put us at $67.77 silver. So you know what we're doing? Exactly what I wanted to do. We're gonna go get that starling stick and hopefully some line to go with it. Awesome. So, telescopic rods, which is what we are using right now, $58 for the Starling stick. It's $68 for a 6 meter. That's a 4. I had to see something here though. What is the length on this bamboo rod? It is a 4 meter. And that would be a 4 meter too. Nope. Darn, we're just short. But we'll still get baits. Trying to think what I'm running low on. I don't think I'm really running low on any baits. I think we're good. We can keep going. Unfortunately, we have to take the long run around the pond here. But that's not really a bad thing. I always do this coming through here. I always get all screwed up. Stop. There we go. There's our normal spot here for night. So we're going to bed down and... That's a horrible cast. Absolutely horrible. What are you doing, idiot? So we're stuck with the bamboo rod for a little bit longer. Kind of bummed. I really wanted to get the Starling stick, but just give it one more fish haul, we'll be okay. Bait. What do I want on you? Oh, I'm gonna put worms on it. Nice cast out there. So everything's all set. We're just gonna sit here and wait and watch. And I think, yep, telestick's got a fish on it. Actually, it's got a frog. So he caught a frog. Interesting. But I mean, it is a species that you can't catch. Oh, feeder's going off already. Let's reel him in and see what's going on with it. I think that's going to be a small, oh really, that's a perch? Interesting. Bait not chosen, I just put worms on it. I've got worms. Is my light not on? It's hard to tell. There, now it's on. Okay, let's move this out a bit more. There we go. I got that rod set a lot closer to the water now. So we can see what's going on. You can see the starling starting to go. I'll laugh if I get another frog. Can't quite see. Do you know that our Soviet rod is absolutely starting to go under? We do have a fish on it. It should be a crucian or a perch. Nice little crucian. Swap back to the telestick. Apparently this one's going to take its time over here playing in the lily pads. Come on, drag it out. You brought it over there, you bring it out. Keep dragging it. Come on. Let's hurry up and do it before I have to set you down again and grab the Soviet stick. I'll take the chance. We got him. Personal record for maximum number of fish in one day. Whoa. Little wonky line physics there. And he went down, but didn't wait long enough to set the hook, so that definitely, once again, all on me. I swear though, the way that he was going with that I would have been fine, but nope. I always learn by mistakes. But you figure as many times as I've made that mistake, I would already learn by now. So I know we need 68 silver for the starling stick, and then we're going to need probably about another 10 bucks for line. So yeah, I beefed up the line on the Soviet stick, but yet still that one fish over there at the campsite over there just completely obliterated a 7-pound line. I think I hooked into another moving boat anchor because it shouldn't have done that. Alright, that bobber, good thing. I was just about to pull on that rod. Now I'm glad I didn't. I might actually be fishing with the same bait on both of my float rigs. Quit playing with it. Get it. Don't pull it. Really? You're going to pull it right under where my other rod is? Now you want to run back out a little bit. Still didn't get to see you. You didn't bring that up enough. Yep, screw it. Gotcha. Little crucian carp. Reset our line. We have bloodworms on this one and bloodworms on this one. So we're going to bring this in. Switch our bait to maggots. And hopefully that'll bring us some better luck with the Soviet stick here. I kind of had a feeling I was fishing with the same bait on both rods, which that's all fine and well, but variety is the spice of life. And it also helps you when you're trying to catch fish. Not to use the same bait on every pull. Go back to that tail stick again. We got one running me out to the lily pads. One of the lily pads, and now the Soviet's got something going at it. I'm gonna go for the Soviet. And of course, we'll swap out again. We'll just play a fishing pole roulette here. Yeah. Honestly, I have a better feeling with the Soviet stick. Because now my other line has stopped moving. So we wait, and we wait, and we wait. All you gotta do, fish, just take that bobber under for me. That's all you gotta do. Wow. Just over a 5 kilogram chub. Oh, it's Nihi's, one of the forum members. Nice. He's on some heavy gear, I bet. Alright, how long are we going to do the ballerina act here with my bobber? Long enough for me to do that. Nice crucian. If I had... Oh god, that's way too far out. And just a little bit more. Our bottom feeder has not gone off at all, so anytime we have a rod that's idle in the water, it's due for a bait change. Put some bread on it. Close the bell, set it down, snug the line. Grab our Soviet rod, because once again it is the one that is getting bites on it. I probably should have picked up the... Oh, telescopic's getting it. Or telestick is getting it too now. Hang on there, feeder rod. Hang on, buddy, chill. And now our telestick went underwater again, and it's bending the pole. We've got a fish. Come on, hurry up. Trying to complete too many actions too quick. Where is he? Man, he went all the way around the corner. Fish, where'd you go? There it is. Common roach. Get him put back out. Set him down. Pull our feeder rod back out. Get back out there. Close the other rod is too close, so that's fine. We'll move over just a hair. Everything is snugged. I'm gonna say that our Soviet rod is the one that we want. Yep. I see my line moving on the feeder. As long as I don't have three of them going nuts at the same time. $3:21 in the morning. This feeder might have just moved a little bit because we do have a 3-meter wind coming out of the north. Come here, fishy. Little crucian carp there. Back to just sitting here. Apparently the maggots are pretty popular. I literally just threw the Soviet rod back in the water and we've already got interest in it again. Oh, that feeder just went slack. And now it's pulling back out. We've got a fish on the feeder. We have to. My line's way over to the left. Yep, we got a fish on. It's not a record breaker, but we're not going to with light tackle. And once again, I'm just really trying to get bottom fishing up. Because right now it is the weak link. And it's going to be hard to get tension on our lines here when it's windy. I'm going to reset our Soviet back over to the left. Telestick center and feeder to the right. Now this is usually the good luck charm. I grab the telestick and then either the feeder or the Soviet rod goes off, so maybe we'll get lucky and catch something on the telestick. See? Told you. Every time. Now our Soviet rod is starting to go bonkers. It's going to be a battle of bloodworms versus maggots. Who's going to win? It's going to be maggots. Nice crucian. Set that back in the water, switch back over to our telestick and see if we can still get us fish off of it. And there goes the other rod again. This is crazy. This is the best luck I've ever had over here in the morning. Finally we're going to get something off the telestick here. Crucian carp. Set that out there. Switch over to our Soviet rod, which is probably going to jump. It did. But did not faze the fish at all. He does not care. He wants that maggot. My problem is he keeps bringing it up topside. So my bobber has disappeared on the other one. Alright, I had enough fooling around with him. 143. Oh boy. We got some action going on. Oh, darn, he got away. If I was just a little bit quicker on that, I could have got that one on the telestick, but... Oh, feeder's going off. Let's grab that. Reel him in. This will be another crucian. Bottom fishing is up to 6.9. Really got to work on that. Now we might hit that slack time. Oh, no, maybe not. Drag this perch out. Bait is a bloodworm. I thought we were going to hit an idle time in here. We've gotten only 16 fish out of here, so I highly doubt that's going to deplete this area of the lake. Now, if I had pulled 100 fish, filled my keep, yeah, I could see that. Completely fishing out an area. And now I hear the frogs, which means there's a good possibility, because I'm using bloodworms on the telestick, and I'm right by the lily pads, that I could very well catch a frog. And our feeder going off, so we have to put down what we were doing. Bring him in. Nice crucian. Nope, that's tench. It's hard to see sometimes from looking at it at a distance, but I should have known that was a tench. So we're going to go back to the Soviet rod here, which now decides to awkwardly jump towards the shore. And I'm going to go ahead and reset that, because that probably scared the fish away. Our other bobber is still sitting in the lily pads. It is not moving anymore. Oh, feeder rod again. Now I do have my friction brake set to 20 on this one. This would be a crucian. A telestick, not sure. So we'll drag it out of the water, reset it. Grab our Soviet rod because it's bouncing. Was bouncing. This is why we are fishing, to get enough money for the starling stick and line. We might be hitting the old dead zone here at this spot. We might have to run across the lake over there to the campsite. We're pulling a bunch of gibble carp and perch. given the time of day. And those are the two most common fish early in the morning over there at the campsite. Meantime, we will bring in this crucian. 691 grams. It's a pretty good sized fish. Alright. I'm going to pull up our roots here and no. Put that back in your backpack. That's almost like we have a fish on it. We do have a fish on the feeder. It's just too small for it to alert it. This is weird because it's a 249 gram fish. Alright, so now we're going to run through the higher mosquito abode. We're going to make our way up to the campsite over here. Which means we need to get way up high. So we got to cross over the bridge. Which is right here, the footpath rather. And once again we'll try our luck down here at the campsite. So let's see, rod 1, go out right about there, set that one down, bring out our telestick, cast that one out to about there, and then move our bottom feeder out there, set it down, snug the line, and let's see if we can catch us some fish over here on this side of the lake. Seeing how we literally were, well, that's another spot over there to the right. We were straight out. I see the telestick bobbling a little bit. Which obviously we know what's going to happen now. Of course, the minute I pick up the telestick, the Soviet rod gets attention. So hopefully, please don't bounce, which it did. Don't scare the fish. Which it probably did, so. And we'll go over here to our telestick. It's gone under twice, which hopefully the fish is still interested. He may not be near as interested as he was. A nice cloudy day. Got the Soviet here because might get lucky with the Soviet. Telestick, I think I might have wasted too much time on. Alright, so we got one moving it. Moving it again. So that was a simultaneous under-over move. Yeah, I'm tired of you doing that. Come here. So we get a gibble carp off of that. Switch to our telestick. He just pulled it under, so we're going to bring that in. And it's starting to rain. Which is normally actually pretty good for, well, I mean, in reality, the best time to go fishing is when it's raining. What do we have for food? We still have our bread loaf. So we're still fishing bloodworms on this one. Maggots on the Soviet. I might swap it around, put bloodworms on the smaller one. And maggots on the telestick. Oh, 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 oh. He went straight under with that. You're coming this way. That's a nice perch. So yeah, I'm going to do the bait swap right now. Seeing how it gave me that. Bait is not chosen. He's running. You're coming with me. That looks like a bleak. We'll do the swap over. We'll put bloodworms on our Soviet rod. Trying to remember what we have on the bottom feeder. Getting a few little bites here. Of course my phone goes off. Just email. Which one are we going to have action on? Well, he's walking the one on the telestick. And he went under with it. We're going to try. Ah! Hate doing that. Back to the Soviet. Seeing how I literally just reset the telestick. We're not going to get... Well, maybe we are. These fish are just going to town. And then my bobber was up in the air there. Oh, feeder rod. Gotta grab the feeder rod. See what we get off of that. Should be a gibble. Oh, nope. Common roach. Nice. The gibble and the roach look so much alike from a distance. I'm feeling lucky with Soviet. Even though every time I do that, it jerks the damn line around. Oh, nope. Grab that telestick. We got us a fish. There's the gibble. Back to the Soviet. It's moving a little bit. See what we can get. Are we gonna get something? Both of our fixed lines, our telescopic lines are... Oh, feeder rod going off again. I don't even know if you would classify this as a fish, but it counts. Common roach. Oh boy, hurry up. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Had a good sized fish on my, That was a good sized common roach right there. Did not want to now we can set that down and pull in the slack. It was just a little crazy there, seeing that rod bend over. Didn't want it to stay out too long because I know I'd lose the fish. So we're up to 28 fish. I think our goal is going to be about another 50 to 60 fish. Then hopefully we can afford the Starling 6 meter, which is 68 silver. And then we're going to need, obviously, line. I'll put some heavier line on that one, being a 6 meter pole. Even though I think that telestick's a 6 meter as well. We'll take a look at it. Nope, it's a 4.8 meter. So our Starling stick is going to be bigger. Feeder rod. This is definitely working in my favor for getting bottom fishing up. 8.1 with that one. Snug up the line on that. Pick up the Soviet rod. Guys, comfort's not doing too bad. It's still 15.2 degrees Celsius, even though it is raining. You'd probably be a lot happier if you had a poncho, but that's what they make vodka for. Warm from the inside out. See how ready that feeder was going. Wanted to hit it before the bell went off. Another successful retrieve. We just went up another 0.2% on bottom fish. Snugged it up a little bit. Honestly, I don't know which rod to grab here. I think I'll grab the telestick. I've been grabbing the Soviet rod a lot. This is actually in a good spot right there. Come on, pull it down. No, we're already halfway to the goal of 60. Alright, no more playing around with that guy. That was a terrible cast. I'm ashamed of myself. The fish are ashamed of me. I can't believe something is still interested this close to shore. Feeder. Oh, we're definitely getting some work out here on our bottom fishing. Up to 8.5 already. think I might need to reposition this out a little closer to the water. Set it down. Grab the telestick. If something takes that Soviet rod, we're going to have to let it either come back or let it go completely underwater and have a fish on it, because otherwise the minute I touch it, it's, yep, like that, right there. It still screws me up like that. So we got the same thing going on now with our second rod. However, we were able to get this guy. So we're at 27.7 on float. We're getting up there. I think I have enough. Alright, plenty. One more and then I can make a little bit more bait. And we might have a fish on the feeder. We got something definitely was interested in that one. All three lines right now are going nuts. And picking that one up, threw it out of the water. So back to the telescopic. He's way out there now. 0 for 2. I don't remember my line being way out over there. I think we got a little dinky fish here on this one. We do. Probably a bleak. Nope, white bream. Set that down, snug it up again. Figure out where our lure or our bobber is going to pop up for the telestick. He went under with that and 0 for 3 on telescopic rods. We're going to make the bobber bounce. Oh no, it stayed that time. Wow. Thought for sure I would have ripped that thing out. I almost thought about pulling on that one, but I still did not see the bobber fully underwater. There's some simultaneous bouncing going on here. Alright, that one's good enough for me to pull in. Common roach. Go over here to the telestick. I did hear the bell on the feeder rod go off, and it is bent a little bit, so we're going to cast this out. Grab our feeder. We do have another tiny little fish on it. Probably a bream. Nope, common roach. So 37 fish. There's one spot I want to try. So we'll uproot everything here real quick. I haven't been over to it all stream, and I haven't been in a couple days. Well, no, I was over there last stream. So we're gonna run over here, drop down this little hole here, and we're gonna pop everything out. Don't want any more than 19% on that one because it'll get screwed. Over here, set out our telestick. Good cast for that one. And throw out our feeder rod for this one. Set it down, set our tension, and we can see we've already had action going on the telestick. We also have the bobber underwater on our Soviet rod. And we've got a runner with it. This time we were actually able to retrieve it. Chinese sleeper. Not worth a ton of XP, but who cares? It's a fish. And it's a different fish than we've been catching, so that'll kind of help balance the prices at the fish market. And since we're close enough, that'll fill me up for a little bit. I'm trying to make more bread balls. Might fail. Yep. It's okay. So now we're out of bread loaves, but we do have a ton of still have a ton of bread balls, so it's not really a big loss that I didn't successfully make the bait there. Don't jump. Oh, you jumped. Reset. That's an interesting spot for that to set down, but okay. Even if we can't make 50, 40 would be a good number. Not giving up yet. We still have the dock over there right next to the fish market. Turn our flashlight on. It'll be getting dark soon. And as per usual, this spot isn't really hot right now. It's usually good on a clear day. And the rain is kind of killing it. So we'll pull in our gear and we'll reset again. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. So now I'm thinking maybe hitting a tree with my face, which I just did. So we're down here where the boat is again. That one out there. Telestick out. And just to make things difficult, we'll put that feeder rod out there. And then we'll take a look over here. So I'm thinking that my Soviet has the bobber underwater right now, but I just stringed it. Appears it hasn't made a difference though, because we did get a fish off of it. Common roach. Switch to telestick. Bobber just now came back to the surface for us. Still doing pretty good on maggots and bloodworms. Okay, that would indicate that I've got a fish on my Soviet line. Chinese sleeper. Bad Chinese sleeper. Back over here to our telestick. It's just now fully went underwater, so we're going to see what we can pull up with this. Common roach. Now we're kind of just quota fishing. We're at 41. I need 9 more to hit 50 and I'll be good. 50 should pull in a decent amount of silver. Hopefully enough to afford the rod and some line. If not, at least, well, I know we were just we were about 30 cents short of being able to buy the rod. Because I want the 6-meter stick, not the 4. We'll pull this guy out. Another common roach. And now we're working the telestick again. See if we can get something to pull it down and under. And it's down and under. Another common roach. Our feeder rod is going off. We've got something over here with it. Smack. Another common roach. Imagine that. We're catching common roaches like crazy. Snug the line. Make the routine cycle back to the Soviet rod. Bounce, 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 bounce. That one is under. We should have a good fish. Why's that? Another common roach. I guess that's why they call it the common roach, because they're everywhere. So off to the telestick now. Keep this hot streak going. My eyes are constantly darting back and forth between the Soviet rod and the one in my hand. And that should be a success. Damn it. I thought that would have been a successful retrieve. So we'll bounce back over to the Soviet rod, which is going to bounce up in the water, but should be fine. No harm, no foul. Let's reset. There's a fish interested in it. That'll be a fish in. And I wonder what it is. Oh, look, it's a common roach. I've never caught one of those. Is it common to catch one of these? Alright, so 4 more. I really wanted to go for the Soviet rod, but patience pays off, and I screw that up, so we can always go back to the Soviet. And I can double screw up. Awesome! I've always wanted to do. Nothing like quota fishing. Change over to the telestick, see if we can get these final 4 fish here. And then sell our catch at the market. Alright, which one of you guys is going to go crazy first? Apparently the Soviet. Yep, Soviet rod's going crazy first. We do have a runner on this one. Oh, we got a frog! Keeping the frog. I caught Kermit the Frog again. Miss Piggy's going to be pissed at me. She's going to wonder where her man went. Which makes sense because that was a bloodworm that I caught it on. Really? That was all the way underwater. Okay, it's like the tension died off of that one. Of course, I just switch rods and it comes right back. That feeder rod's being too quiet. Way too quiet. There we go. 660 gram common roach. Over to the Soviet. It's actually got something on it. Personal record, maximum number of fish caught in one day. Another Chinese sleeper. I'll retrieve our feeder rod here and we're gonna kind of swing it over on that bank, or this way. Perfect. I couldn't ask for that to go any other way. Pick up our Soviet, watch it bounce. Where's the bobber on our telestick? Oh, we got a perch. Just because I'm concerned for my bobber's safety. Oh, no wonder it's down at the bottom, along with a fish. Where'd he go? Why are you in the mud? Goofy fish, come here. 708 gram common roach. Oh, feeder's finally got some action. Oh, we're over 50 fish too. Holy crap, I didn't even realize that. Things got a little busy here. We're gonna bring this one in. Our bottom fishing is up to 9.3. Why not go for 60? Why not? More money the better. I'd hate to go up there with only 50 fish and not have enough money for the line and everything else that I would need. Quick swap. Soviet line. That's underwater. Common roach. Jump that in a little bit closer here. Okay, so it's good. We're in a little bit of a fluster cluck here. Fluster cluck. And that is not fully underwater. Take a step over to the side here. That time he went under. Come here, buddy. Another common roach. I think I saw something. Yep. Feeder's going crazy. Oh no, don't do that. Damn it. Feeder's going off. I know, I got you. I got you. Bring this guy up top water. Bring him in. Gibble carp up to 9.5% for bottom fish. Kerplunk. We get 5 more fish. We can call it success and hopefully get our rod, line, all that good stuff. I'm gonna have to buy a couple bobbers. Definitely want to get a higher pound test line though for this next stick. Common roach. Switch over to the Soviet because he is underwater. Now he's back up. My guy's getting miserable now. On the fish count, we only need 4 more to hit 60. So I'm starting to wonder if they're getting a little tired of bloodworms and maggots. See, looking at the board here, common roach, common roach, common roach, common roach, common roach. Everybody seems to be getting those. And of course... Oh, you come with me. Oh god, something's got my my Soviet rod bent over. And now we get that weird backspin on it. Three to go. Be nice if I can catch them 1, 2, 3 on just these rods that are out right now. Really? I set down my Soviet rod and it's got a fish on it? Chinese sleeper, put that up. So now we don't have the confusion of all that in there. And focus on this tail stick here. And we're gonna get another one in. Oh wow, he put up a fight coming out of there. 919 grams. Need one more. So hot swap. Pull our spin out. And hopefully it won't take long when we get that last fish there. Let's put that back in our backpack. Focus on telestick. And watch, the one fish that we need is going to be agonizingly slow. No, you're all good, man. Come on, one more fish. We need one fish so we can get the starling stick. Guarantee if I put my other rod out, I'd get that one fish. And then some. Alright, so for the theory, just for shits and giggles here, let's see what we do. That's where I went from a $3.99 to a $9.19. The rain is still coming down here. So now it's going to be the battle for the final fish. Is it going to be a bloodworm? Or is it going to be a maggot? Might be neither. They might be tired of biting off of the same bait. be my foot off of my gas pedal, which did not feel good because it smacked my other foot. Usually I can tip my hand by grabbing one rod and the other one going up. Alright, let's try hot swapping. Is that gonna trigger the... Oh, no, it triggered the telestick. I had a couple bites there. Unless that was just line jump. Nope, not line jump. There's number 60. Ow. Alright, that line jumps. We're good. We have 60 fish. Funny part is we can turn around and just sell right there, but I'd rather run up to it. So let's see, what does 60 fish including a frog get us? It would have helped if I hit shift. So we made another 28.60 in silver, which puts our grand total now to 96.37 silver. We definitely should have enough. Let me out. We definitely should have enough to retire the Soviet stick. Rods, telescopic, we want the Starling stick at a 6 meter. We bought that. Now we want line. We'll go with the Siberia line and we'll put a I'm trying to think. Before we test that, I want to see something. I want to look at my telestick. What do we have on that? We have 8.5 on that. So I'm probably going to go to 12 and then maybe a little higher. So for lines, we'll get some 10 and some 12. So once again, we're bleeding the silver down. But what we're going to do real quick here is this. We're going to take everything off of. And then we're going to take it out of our slot. We're going to set up our Starling stick with 12-pound line. We're going to put our original bob on there. An S12 hook. Bait will be bloodworms. So there's that. This one here we can now swap out our line to 10-pound super line. Keep everything that we have on that. And now, hot swapping out, we're going to put our Starling stick in to slot number 1. So we made our progress, we made our goal this time, which is actually a good thing. So with that being said, I think we can officially wrap up this episode of Russian Fishing for English here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a fun grind there to get the equipment that we wanted, and we gained a rank in the process. So now we're going to be going for level 11. I know at level 12 it'll put us right back to where I am on my main profile, where we can go to Old Berg. Right now we can only go to Winding Rivulet, and that place only has one good fishing spot. But who knows, our next one might be at Winding Rivulet, even though it is quite a hike to get from the dammed valley back to the center of town. But that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks to everybody for watching. Don't forget, if you like what you see, please make sure you follow, show some support for the Russian Fishing Forward English version community. I know Lady of the Games right now is still live with her stream, so if you haven't already, go check her out. I'm pretty sure we'll have Jay Hendricks later tonight coming on. Make sure you check him out too. But that's going to do it for me. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.